Hello, 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 and welcome, my Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your romantic soulmate read for June, July 2020 or Timeless. I'm your reader, Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, the Archangel of Lyons, Leo rising that I am, president of Join the Circle Productions, ready to read and serve you all, my fellow Leos. Granted, I only look like a Leo, I'm Leo rising, but I'm very, very happy and thrilled to be serving you. These soulmate reads are a lot of fun this time around. They usually are. They're not twin flames, thank God. Not ready to do twin flames again anytime soon. So glad to be doing the soulmate readings. So if you are new to my channel, please do consider liking the videos, subscribing to the channel, hitting the notification bell, because I am putting out content pretty much every day. If I miss a day, it's really because I'm burnt out. That only happens maybe one day a week, every other couple of weeks. But also feel free to comment. All of that stuff helps people see the video. So even when you comment below, it helps other people see it, apparently, according to an algorithm, a logarithm, I don't know, algorithm, I don't know. That being said, this is a romantic soulmate contract read. So we're going to read it like a contract, but do you understand it's not the same thing as a twin flame? Twin flame and soulmates are both soul contracts, but otherwise extremely different in their bottom line. Soulmate, you help each other heal. That's really the foundation of a soulmate contract. You help each other heal, nor are they all romantic, nor do you only have one. There are some links in the description box you might want to check out. Some are by me, one is by Matt Kahn. Spiritual teacher, healing empath, amazing Hay House author, and his YouTube channel is awesome, Matt Kahn, All for Love, and his healing mantra deck will be the last card down in this reading. Just saying. So you might want to check out the definitions and the differences between twin flame and soulmate, because soulmates are the ones you really want. That being said, the romantic, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic soulmate contract will be looked at in this series like contracts. The first card that will be down will be a Carolyn Mace archetype card. I'll call out the decks as I use them. They're all in the description box at the bottom, but will represent you. The second card down will be the mate of your soul, your soulmate in this romantic contract. And then we're going to build a Celtic cross spread on top of that. It'll be lovely with 3 extra cards to clarify and help heal. 15 cards total. Should be fine for you to be able to read it. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, check your other signs. Cool? I think that's about it. All you got to do now is breathe. Focus on your breath. I will do the same. We'll stay in the present moment and see what the cards and the guides reveal. Shall we? Take a nice deep breath. Oh, here we go. Ooh, my collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. Please, I need 2 cards, one for the Leo and one for the soulmate in this Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, sexual, satisfying, symbiotic, soothing soulmate contract for June, July 2020 or Timeless. Who is my Leo here? What is their dominant archetype being healed in this soulmate contract that they're helping each other heal? And how about for the soulmate to the Leo? What's their dominant archetype in all of that? I feel you. We've got them. Keep in mind, archetypes are neutral, both lead and gold, shadow and light, toxic and healthy. This contract is about helping you bring the shadow to light, alchemize the lead to gold, take the toxic and heal it into the healthy. Let's see who we've got. Bizarre. Just did the Cancerian read. Same card, same position, the gossip. So please do check your Cancerian energies if you have them. If you're a cross-watcher, however, you would be the Alchemist, the one actually focusing on the alchemy here. Fascinating. Now, like I said, I am Leo rising. I'm not really a gossip. Since I took my vows of confidentiality to the gods, I don't really gossip. I mean, celebrity gossip is one thing, but like the spiritual counseling work that I do, no. I am the vault. I can change names and circumstances to use it as a teaching example, but I'm not allowed to break my vows of confidentiality. That's what my intuitive skills are based on. That's a mystic for you. Contract, right? So do check out this. Just really, and you saw I am shuffling that deck of cards the entire intro to make sure that these archetype cards do not replicate that quickly, and this one replicated. Both Cancerian and Leo. I'm going to read you what's on the card. Just wanted to make that statement so that you saw. Go watch. Wasn't looking at the cards. The shadow attribute of the gossip archetype. Just read this about an hour ago. Thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences, which is just horrible. It's untrustworthy. But the light attribute awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honoring trust, that when someone trusts you, you honor that. Now, I will say some of the best therapists that I know and have worked with have the gossip archetype, but they evolve to the point where they become not the gossip, but the confessor. Meaning that the information does not go past them, and then they can counsel from a place more of honoring their own spiritual wisdom, truth, and experience to pass that. That's not true of every gossip archetype, obviously, but that's part of the field that I'm in. So really, the communication, this is a creative family archetype. The Alchemist is a split between the healing family, the divine family and the wisdom family, the Alchemist. So in terms of your counterpart here, or this would be the Cross Watcher, the shadow attribute, misuse of the power and knowledge that come through spiritual practice. So we're looking at somebody here who's definitely on the spiritual path in some way, shape, or form, but in their shadow can misuse it. Like, God, I haven't done this in a while, like decades and decades, but it would be like using a divination system to spy on somebody. Yeah, you do that when you're a teenager, when you're learning, but you learn it's not really the most accurate thing in the world, considering it's open to so much interpretation. The light attribute, transformation of base motives and goals into gold and wisdom. It's absolutely about doing what we came here to do on the planet, alchemizing our lead to gold through healing, through forgiveness, through growth, through evolution, right? As a child, I played with childish things. Now as an adult, I put away, childish toys. I stopped playing with the dangerous toys, right? I'm growing and evolving. So a very, very powerful soulmate contract here we are looking at. Let's build that Celtic cross on top of this and see what's going down. So I'm going to ask the goddesses in a minute, but understand the first two cards down of this Celtic cross will be one for you, my Leo gossip archetype, and the other for your soulmate as the cover and the cross. Cool? Let's do this. Breathe. Here we go. We're going to pull these one at a time to really avoid the possibility of duplicate reads one after the other, please. My goddesses, we're going to do the Celtic cross spread, right? 1 through 10. We'll pull them one at a time for this Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, sexual soulmate contract for June, July 2020 or timeless, please. What is the card that covers the Leo gossip archetype? What is the card that crosses the Leo gossip with this soulmate alchemist that has crossed their path? What is at the core? What's going on at the core of this contract right now? What is behind them in this contract? What is crowning, coming into be, even as we speak in this contract? What is before them on the path for this contract? What is the lesson currently in this soul contract? What does this contract look like? Horizontal trajectory from the outside looking in, point of view of the world. What is the ultimate fate and destiny here being alchemized on the hero's journey of this soul contract? And what is, considering the timeline and the lifetime and the quantum variabilities, the probable outcome, at least for the next stage, for this Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign soulmate contract, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, and all that jazz, June, July 2020. We've got them down. All right, my gossip, what's the card that represents you? Oh, Ace of Pentacles, really kind of saying this is a new opportunity. right? For you, this is brand new. Even if it's somebody who went around the block and came around again, you're a new person. But there's something very physical about this. Keep in mind that the pentacles, the earth, is often about something visible, something physical. A new opportunity extends itself, but this can also mean that you have gone through a period of death and rebirth, at least in some physical sense. Whoops, turn that over too quick. That has brought you into this place of a healthy acorn, holding within it the perfection of an oak tree in potentia. How about your soulmate alchemist here? Ooh, is the Six of Pentacles. Forward motion, balance. I love the Six of Pentacles in this deck. It's like, I guess you could say it's like a Special Olympics wheelchair race where everybody who's in the race is moving forward, right? It's like anybody who is in this race is a success, right? So usually indicated in a way, it's kind of literal success under handicap, but maybe they've had some real setbacks and they have alchemized it into success for themselves. So you both have that earth element in common right now, and that's a little rare to see. What's at the core? What's going on underneath all of this? Two of Flames, indecision. People want to make the Two of Blades or the Two of Swords indecision. I get it. That's the mental part of it. But decision is element of fire. It's what do I want, right? So it's, well, I want that, but I also want that, but I also want that, but I also want that, but I don't know. Do I want that? Do I really feeling that out? So it might be that this is new and that the two of you are just sort of like together going, I don't know what I want. I thought I knew what I wanted, and then I met you, and no, it's real. You know how it is? When everything you've ever wanted might have showed up at your door unexpected. Where have you been? What's behind you? Both of you have been struck by the lightning of the tower. Kali, the Awakener, a spiritual awakening. It'll be interesting to see what your three clarifying cards are when we get there in terms of the healing angels and the voices of your higher selves and the healing mantra. Definitely coming from a place where stable foundations have been destroyed. So that new ones can be rebuilt, and that does make sense with the Ace of Pentacles there for you, my Leo. Let's see what crowns you. What's coming into being as a result of this? Another ace. This is the Ace of Cups. Same position as the Cancerian read, the last read I did. Really check if you're involved or interested in a Cancer, you might want to check that read. A lot of cross indications here. Cross contamination of tarot, of zodiacal gestalt. Really feeling that this new opportunity, very, very happy making, coming though, it's maybe not completely being accepted. It might be in the orbit, but it's not being incarnated, if you know what I mean, right? It's like the happiness is there and you're like, I don't know. You might be talking some of the carbonation out of the bubble, so to speak. I wouldn't be sharing this with everybody. I would let this bubble inside of you. I would really make it more confession-based than gossip-based in that sense, because this feels really lovely. Now, obviously, it's going to play itself out differently, but there's a real sweet opportunity when two aces are so close together. My Leo, this might be something really worth investing your time and energy in, and it feels like even though you are the Ace of Pentacles yourself with this new opportunity, you don't have to force it into a 10, just let it grow, because this Alchemist feels like they're going to be rolling along no matter what. It feels like they're ride or die. It's like, okay, if they've even got that spiritual alchemy thing going on in them in any way, however they phrase it, they're going to take this as an opportunity for growth and expansion anyway, like the healing, the alchemy part of it. I like you two together. What's before you? Oh, womp womp. Five of Blades. Maybe a little bickering, a little arguing, a little changing of the mind. A passing hurricane. It's not the storm, it's the hurricane. This is air, the Five of Blades. Mental confusion, which could make sense with a gossip archetype with all of that air going on. Now, do keep in mind, the safest place in a hurricane is in the eye. the center of the hurricane, and if you like, you want to go 12 steps, keeping it in the eye, right? That you stay in that center point and let all these ideas pass through you. Your mind is going to change. You might think one way at, you know, when you wake up in the morning, different at noon, different at dinner, different as you go to bed. All those thoughts can be swirling through for both of you. This is a new opportunity, though. There is a lot of indecision. If there are other people giving their opinions in on this stuff, really, I would back away from talking about this with people unless there's really that thing where you are guided to someone that out of their mouth pops that piece of info that you need. I would really be playing this close to your chest. And I have to say, when you've been reduced to rubble, you can know that you don't know how it's going to be rebuilt, but don't rely too much on the advice of others. Advice is cheap. Anyone can give advice. What is the counsel? What is that from the soul? I really, really feel for you that you can trust this or not trust. When somebody speaks on that level, but that needs to be done in confidential context. It's a lot of alliteration. So that's your cross. Let's look at the staff now. What's the lesson here? Four of Pentacles, another Pentacle card, but security, right? Perhaps even guarding of the heart, making sure that for both of you, you have that stability and that security within yourself physically. Does make sense on planet Earth right now with people's financial situations, with their health situations, with whether they're leaving the house situations, if you get what I'm saying. So your lesson right now might very well be shoring, S-H-O-R-I-N-G, shoring your own self up individually. But as a soulmate contract, if the two of you already are together, because I try and keep that into consideration, then there really is great comfort there for each other and at least that sense of stability. But in terms of the lessons that the soulmate contract is giving you both, it may very well be being secure within yourself in case you haven't met or are not together yet. That this new opportunity is coming, or actually it's sort of in play. It's just that Ace of Cups is about to drop down like a download. So you want to make sure it's like, okay, is there food in the house? Is there toilet paper? Did I shower? Right? Check your checklists. Make sure that you have, like, are your bills paid, everything ready? Because you want that fertile, clean, clear, supported soil for those seeds to come and take root. Very lovely. From the outside looking in, this is a Six of Cups thing. And here you've got the Six of Pentacles. Very harmonious, but harmonious in terms of give and take. This is very much a soulmate card, I think, in the sense of it's that helping each other heal, that equal balanced harmony, sixes numerologically, but of emotion and of compassion. So from the outside looking in, you could really, like when you see that, I don't want to put this just as an older couple, but it does, you could feel it more that way. It's like a couple that's been married like 50 years and they're sitting on a park bench, like, you know, swiping through Grindr. I'm kidding. My guides are just screwing with me today. You know, Linda Carter followed me today on Instagram, hence the Wonder Woman shirts. I'm still, I think, a part of my energy field is orbiting Themyscira right now, but that's okay. What is the destiny? Your fate and destiny, your hopes and fears. The Gemini card. Really pay attention. Not necessarily to Geminis. This isn't necessarily a Gemini reading, although, you know, there are planets, blah, 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 but about self-expression, third house stuff, particularly with the gossip, my darling. Remember, you might hear things that are not true. You might hear things that are not true. You might hear things that someone really believes is true, but is not true. Fifth-hand information, 10th-hand information, but somehow that evolves. The destiny here, destiny is what happens when you take the hero's journey. You alchemize, come here, you alchemize destiny, a fate into destiny, right? The lead to gold. Any of the hero's journey movies, like Star Wars, so much of our lives are based on the hero's journey archetypally anyway. Go read some Joseph Campbell. Then this is really about communication here. But just be careful. Again, I cannot stress this enough. And yes, it's probably a lag from the, or I should say a carryover from the Cancerian read. Be very, very sure of your rules of confidentiality here. that this is a soul contract that must be dealt with, it's coming from them, with the highest honor. It doesn't have to be stuffy, doesn't have to be stilted, doesn't have to be restrained, but can be healthy, with a nice healthy boundary in terms of communication. Like particularly when you're stressed, to say to each other, if you are in communication, just really having a bad day, don't want to say the wrong thing to you. I really like you, but I don't want to be stupid. People really appreciate that when you're like, okay, well, call me when you're ready. I'm here, but then make sure you call them back, right? Interesting. Well, and your card ends with the card of oppression. Half of the devil card in this deck, the other being the trickster, the coyote woman. So here we are looking at fears and attachments and memories from the past and projections of those pains from the past projecting into the future. There is definitely an opportunity for a speaking of truth and a counseling here to break the chains that bind. But also, I don't know if you can see in the card, it's a woman buried under rocks, but the rocks and stones that she is buried under have human faces on them. So this can be the emotional weight from past relationships, our parental stuff, our unfinished business, as well as just our fears. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm single right now, so I'm not dealing with any codependent anything, which is lovely. So I am kind of very unfettered that way. I'm not really resonating with this reading. Maybe for once I'm Leo rising that's not in a reading. That's nice. But to understand, everybody's got their fears of being hurt, right? Like, as much as I would like to get my stuff touched, that's a nice way of saying it, we're going through a global crazy time right now. Not great, at least not yet, even though I'm in New York. I don't know. Well, I guess when there's better treatment or cure, we'll be able to touch stuff again freely. But it's like Gay Pride Month, I get that. There are some oppressions to me going out right now and hooking up, and I'm okay with that. That's okay. I lived through the AIDS crisis. I can live through this. But before it was HIV, it was the AIDS crisis. So obviously there's an oppression going on here. The two of you probably aren't together right now, but your worlds have been struck by lightning. There's no question this soul contract is underway. Just have a feeling you have met, but you're just not together. Which is why we have these last three cards. Lovely Celtic cross here for a gossip and an alchemist. But let's have a look-see-dooksy at what the angels have to say. What is the healing angel with the Healing with the Angels Oracle that is offering their services to the soulmate contract, June, July, or timeless? Shall we? Breathe. My angels, please. One card in clarity. Who is the healing angel offering their help, their healing services to this Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, sexual, soulmate contract, June, July 2020, please? Or timeless. Who is the angel helping out this gossip and this alchemist in their soulmate contract? The angel of playfulness. I would just play along right now. Keep it sunny, keep it funny, keep it gay. Just saying, hi Mel Brooks, to kind of keep this light, because it feels like there's some heavy stuff going on here. I mean, certainly with the tower, right, in your relative past to all of this, what's behind you, with that facing of fear coming in the outcome, the devil card, some binding, some restraining, some oppression going on there. To play this through, like, it's sort of like, it's really not a hero's journey without conflict and an antagonist, is it? Right? It's really not that good. Boy meets girl, boy meets boy, girl meets girl. They get married. Okay. It's like that was a fast movie, right? It ain't Nora Effin. It ain't Nora Effin unless there's some conflict, right? There's no need for Deus Ex Machina if there's no monster, right? So to speak. So let's keep going with this. I'm digging this. I like that playfulness with all that heaviness. I mean, God, you got the hurricane here, right? But otherwise, your water cards are really nice. You've got the Four of Pentacles. You got the Six of Cups. You got the Ace of Cups. This feels lovely. There's a lot of talking that needs to go on here. It feels like to clear the air, though. Either with your soulmate or somebody else, if the two of you are with other people. Oh, yeah, that could be what some of this is about. Make sure that playfulness isn't being a player, that you be really, really true and honest with each other as a gossip and an alchemist. That's probably what some of this Gemini stuff is too. Let's ask your higher selves. Breathe. The higher selves, please. The higher selves of all involved. A whisper of love from the Whisper of Love Oracle. For this Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, sexual, soulmate contract. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, soulmate, symbiotic, satisfying soulmate contract for June, July 2020. What is your whisper of love for this Leo gossip and this soulmate of theirs, the Alchemist, for June, July 2020, or timeless? Slow down. If the two of you are, well, the two of you are meant to be together. That's usually what a soulmate contract entails. But that if you're not together, you need to slow it down. Remember, you've got a hurricane a-coming. Oh no, did I just make a Golden Girls reference? Oh. F my throat chakra with a rake, Mom. Slow down. When you are excited, you get ahead of yourself. Take some time to allow things to unfold. What's coming in is an ace, not a 10. You can't. What do you want to do? Go out, plant the seed, and then tug on it every morning to make it grow a little faster? It's the easiest way to kill it. We will put you down here. Slow down. Loving it. Makes sense. This seems like it's worth waiting for, but there's definitely some stuff in the way. Some oppression. Could easily be other people, other relationships. You might be afraid of what other people might think about it as a gossip, right? That's sort of the price you pay when with gossip archetypes, is what are other people saying? What'll they say? What'll they say, right? So let's get you a Healing Mantra deck card from the Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn. What a coincidence that the card and the deck are named the same. Nice deep breath. Let's ask the Ascended Masters of Soulmate Contracts. Yeah, like specialists in a law firm. Breathe. The Celino and Barnes of Soulmate Contracts, please. Now I have the jingle in my head. Stop it. My Ascended Masters, please. One card in clarity for this Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, sexual soulmate contract, June, July 2020, for this Leo gossip and their soulmate contract partner, the Alchemist. What is the perfect healing mantra for them, that no matter who is watching this, the gossip or the alchemist, working this mantra will help themselves heal individually, but as a result of the soulmate quantum entanglement through the contract, help each other heal, whether they know each other, whether they are together, or whether they aren't, please. So, there you are. That's the healing mantra card. It's only one. I'll take it. What you got? Rewiring the nervous system. I find strength in surviving my traumas. Yeah, I don't feel like the two of you are together. I feel like you might very well be in traumatic situations, or at least in the process of clearing out the cellular debris and emotional cacophony from such traumas. This is a very, very powerful mantra. I have worked it myself. I find strength in surviving my traumas, which is very true for souls in human form, because we survive all of our traumas. Even when we croak, we come back, right? Rewiring the nervous system. I find strength in surviving my traumas. When the nervous system is rewired, you're no longer trapped in the memories of your body. That's what I feel like. It's like you guys are really trying to break free with that Tower card in the past, right? Like something has been destroyed. It was probably very traumatic, and you're both in a process of surviving all of that. You are the courageous hero or heroine of your present reality. Really, you could say hero. Hero's gender neutral at this point. Honoring every moment of hardship as the means through which your infinite strength and greatest depth of character is revealed. As you rewire your nervous system, you're no longer responding to life from the vantage point of your painful past, which can be that being struck by lightning in the Tower, but instead are open to each encounter being more miraculous than the moment before. And I do kind of feel that, but you're not quite out of the woods yet with rewiring your nervous system. This mantra is ideal for adjusting to life after loss, healing heartbreak, and becoming more optimistic. That does make sense. Rewiring your nervous system. I'm going to do the magic clap. We'll pop up the picture and see what else the guides show. But this playfulness card does take on a little bit more of a deeper meaning as a result of that mantra. We'll get there when we get there. Ready? Nice deep breath. Magic clap. We've got you, my Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, as the gossip archetype in the shadow attribute. Thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information and betraying confidences. The light attribute, what you're shooting for here in this contract, awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honoring trust. And considering feelings are element of water, you've got two of them here. The Ace of Cups in the 5th position and the 6th of Cups from the outside looking in. So maybe that's something for you to take into consideration there, my Leo gossip, the consideration for the feelings of others and honoring the trust they have in you. For the soulmate here, we've got the Alchemist, the shadow attribute, misuse of the power and knowledge that come through a spiritual practice. The light attribute, transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. It's a very potent thing for someone to have as a soulmate, and they're probably more into the healing and the spiritual path than you at this point, just because of the gossip, but there's so much going on here. Considering that my Leo gossip archetype, if you can keep your confidences here, you've got that Ace of Pentacles representing you. That's the card that covers you. This is a real opportunity, a new opportunity to do things differently, honorably, and ethically. The Alchemist here, the 6 of Pentacles, very much a success, very much rolling forward, very much moving forward in their life in a balanced, 6s are numbers of balance and harmony, as I've said, in their lives. So they're finding the balance necessary for their own personal alchemy and to bring that into this contract. The core of this is the 2 of Flames. Great big huge indecision, which I can see with that oppression card in front of you and the outcome and the tower in the past. If you are rewiring your nervous system, still in that process of finding strength by surviving your traumas, maybe you're still in the process of surviving them. So that, of course, would be natural for either one of you or both of you to have that 2 of Flames sort of indecision. Where do I want to put this fire, this creativity, this transformation of my life? Do I want to do it now? Do I want to put it off? That kind of thing. Feels like that's for both of you, because it feels like you've both come from that Kali, the Awakener, in what's behind you on the path. That something was destroyed, that there was something traumatic there for both of you. Maybe one of you experienced it sooner than the other. One might have been decades ago, right? But you might both carry that psychic scar tissue that the soulmate contract will help dissolve and unravel. Because moving into the crowning position, that upper card there, the Ace of Cups, there is this new opportunity of love, a new love offer. Like that first kiss is just, it feels like it's going to be so healing. Even if you're not in the same physical location, there's something coming here with this new opportunity or offer of love. That then, of course, throws things into the 5 of Blades. A lot of mental conflict, a lot of thought, a lot of thinking, perhaps a lot of circular thinking with the 5 of Blades and the hurricane there. But really getting very clearly, the opinions of others in this can really, really, really make it hard. That's why the gossip in particular, be careful what you are saying to people, that people might be taking what you're saying and running with it and giving you their point of view, which is just adding to the momentum of this hurricane that you want eventually to unwind and slow down so you can make clear choices and decisions. Might also be, okay, this is new. One of you or both of you are undoing the relationships that you're in. So you're being together, and now comes the serious conversations and talkings and conflicts and arguing and all of that stuff that might come so that the two of you can be together again, whether you have met or not. And it feels like this Alchemist might be already in that process moving forward with that 6 of Pentacles. Looking at the lesson, the 4 of Pentacles, though, is a very earth signy thing we got going on here. 3, 1, 2, 3. Is that your dominant element? Yes, that is your dominant element. Is the no, you also have only 2 major arcana cards. So yeah, Earth is your dominant element here. So this thing of security, your lessons right now might be individually to make sure that, your bank accounts are secure, that your foundation is there, that your health is taken care of, that you're taking care of yourself, your own security, so that you're not bringing insecurity, physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual, into this contract, although that's going to arise on its own in the path of the relationship itself. At least you're not bringing any of the dust from this Tower card with you if you really take that lesson here and now to really get your own self-balance. Not that we all can't use help, but that will certainly eradicate any patterns, or at least the immediate onset of codependent behavior and patterning. Because from the outside looking in, 6 of Cups, very healing relationship. Very healing, very compassionate, very emotionally balanced, both in giving and receiving. From the outside looking in, you might not see that yet. You might not have experienced that yet, but from the horizontal trajectory, this is a very emotionally supportive relationship, very healing. But the destiny now comes from this Gemini, this mutable air, communication, self-expression, whether it's an actual Gemini, either one of you in there, sun, moon, rising, whoever, whatever, but could also be through a communication that the fate of this moves now into its destiny phase and starts moving forward in a bit quicker, at least a mental way. That would make sense with that 5 of Blades too, that the conversations really start happening and people start really expressing themselves. But that is, of course, is going to be oppressed, probably by the people in your lives individually, that if you are already with somebody, oh my God, they're giving me James Taylor, it used to be her town too, wow. Used to be her town. Yeah, you might want to listen to that song, because she got the house and the garden, he got the boys in the band, some of them his friends, some of them her friends, some of them understand. This is really an interesting, it feels like the stage is set for the two of you to go through a little bit more drama before you're actually coming together. But hey, you're a Leo, you ain't got no issue with drama, right? Particularly with that card of playfulness. You have got that oppression coming in your future and your outcome, at least for this phase of this month or so. But can you work with the healing angel of play to maybe help each other play yourselves through this, to be playful, to be fun with each other, to be lighthearted, to help each other through that? And that would certainly foster that 4 of Pentacles security, knowing that the other person is going to get through this just fine, and you can keep your sense of humor and playfulness and flirtiness about this, yet at the same time getting what the higher selves are saying. Slow down. You two might be very excited about this, but when you get excited, you get ahead of yourself. Take some time to allow things to unfold. And of course, that last mantra there, I find strength in surviving my traumas. Not that you need to be fully trauma-free to move into this soulmate contract, otherwise, what are you helping each other heal? But do understanding that it's in surviving your traumas that you find strength. So take your time to do that, so that your own work, the giving yourself the love that only you can give yourself, being your own soulmate, is already in play when the universe and the divine plan, according to divine timing, brings the two of you together as a partnership. It's a lot, but it's a really, really cool read. May the Leo Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need in their soulmate contracts that are happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, sexual, satisfying, sultry, smoking soulmate contracts for June, July 2020 are timeless, that they may heal, that they may grow, that they may find and share that compassion, that they may rewire their nervous system, slowing down and being playful with each other as all of this fulfills itself according to the divine plan for the well-being of all. So mote it be. And so it is. Thank you for watching. Please do like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment in the comment section below. I love you all so much, my fellow Leos. Meow. Wishing you the very best and the very blessed of the rest of the summer. I'll be back with more readings for sure. But for now, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.